Among truck drivers, the Ford F-250 is one of the most respected trucks out there. It's got that iconic Super Duty name that everybody associates with the F-250. And just in general, on the streets, this truck has an unmatched presence to it. And today, we have the 2023 Ford F-250 Tremor, and we're gonna find out why it's so respected. I mean, just by looking at the front grille of this truck, you can already start to see why it's so respected. It has the Super Duty logo right here too that everybody recognizes. As soon as you say you have a Ford F-250 Super Duty, your respect points automatically go up. The dominance of this front grille kind of goes without saying, but let's get into it a little bit more. It has these lights over here that look so intimidating at night, and I think it gives the new F-250s a very unique look. It also has the tow hooks over here because it's the Tremor package, and the Tremor package comes with all the off-road goodies that you would want. And speaking of the Tremor package comes with the Tremor decal. It also has the 35-inch off-road tires, and then this one belongs to a good friend of mine, and he put the KMC custom rims on it. Next to these dope KMC rims, we also have this dual side exit exhaust that I think looks so sick on this truck. Going up the side of the truck, we have this step right here to help you get into the bed more easily, and it's pretty convenient. And then over here, we have the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel engine badging. And then up here, we have the Lariat with the F-250 badging as well. Over here, we have the rear view mirror, but also comes with the tow mirror. And then on the mirror, I don't know if you can see from over there, they added a cool little touch with the Ford logo on the light. So this particular 2023 Ford F-250 has the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel engine that produces 500 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Having that much horsepower and torque means that this Ford F-250 can tow up to 21,200 pounds. So let's keep it real. If you're trying to get a truck to tow a ton of toys and a ton of stuff like that, then this is a practical truck for you. But if you're not going to be towing like crazy and you're not going to be going off-roading and going and doing a bunch of outdoor things, then this might not be the truck for you. And now that we're in the rear, there's the button right here that opens the tailgate, but we also have the button on the key, which if you double tap, will open the tailgate for you. And it goes down hydraulically, so it's pretty nice. The truck bed comes with all your standard hooks and things like that. But the tailgate has a cool little feature where if you press this button, it comes out and it gives you an extra little step right there. And then you can pull this out, and then it comes with a little handle for you to step on. And then to put it away, there's a button under here. Press that button, push that here, push that in all the way. And then you bring this back up, push it in, and it's ready to go. And then unfortunately, the key does not close it, so you do need to close it yourself. We do have our iconic Super Duty stamp right here, and we also have a camera and some sensors, because as we're gonna see in a second when we go inside, there's a ton of things that make you be very safe when you're driving this truck. And before we get in the truck, I wanted to showcase the little step that comes out by just putting your hand in the handle. It really does make it super easy to step in. And so with that, let's go over the interior. So like I said before, this truck belongs to my friend who daily drives it. And yes, it's a truck, so obviously it's gonna be an amazing daily driver, but just the interior in this truck is so beautiful as well. Like we have all this leather right here, all these different compartments over here that we're gonna go over in a sec as well, that just make it so practical and convenient. And I just wanted to showcase how beautiful the seats look from even out here, and all the little extra details that they put into the seats to make them look even better. And now we're officially in the interior of the Ford F-250 Tremor. Let's get it started to be able to take a good look at everything. So like most cars nowadays, we have the light up buttons over here, but yes, standard steering wheel with all the buttons that you would need for a steering wheel while you're driving. You got cruise control settings, volume up and down for all your audio, music, all that stuff. Then on the left, of course, we have our window controls and mirror controls and lock and unlock. It also has the memory seats over here, and then all of our light controls and things like that over here. And then we have a ton of space over here on this side. And then we have our AC vent up here. And then up here, we have our fully digital instrument cluster that is so beautiful. And it really just completes the look of the premium Ford F-250 that we have today. To control the digital instrument cluster, we have the button over here, and then right here we have our gear shifter. Coming over to the middle console, we have this massive screen that is very high resolution and very beautiful, I will admit. We did just review the 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD. Obviously, these are different classes of trucks that we're talking about, but they have very similar entertainment systems. They're both really, really big screens, but I really do like that the Ford F-250 has this screen in it. Right here, we have the trailer control, and then over here, we also have the trailer brake control. And then down here, we have our drive mode selectors. So we have the 2 high, 4 low, and then we have the rear lock differential. And then this little thing will switch the actual modes that you want to drive in. So that's tow mode, then you can go into eco mode, then you have slippery roads mode, and then you have off-road mode. And I think the animations look super cool on this too. Then down here, we're also gonna have our radio controls and our climate controls, and it has the dual climate control too, so that when your passengers want different temperatures, you can have them. Also, it has cooled and heated seats, and it also has a heated steering wheel. As I said, this car is daily driven, so it's got plenty of space for everything you would ever need. So obviously you have your cup holders over here, and then you have an extra little space over here. And then you have this huge middle compartment that opens up. You have a ton of room for whatever you would want. And now let's check out the rear seat. Now we're in the rear seat, and I'm telling you guys, these seats are so comfortable, ton of headroom, and yeah, these custom seats are just something else with how comfortable they really are. And then back here, we have our 2 cup holders. We have the pockets on both sides of the front seats, and then we also have the air conditioning vents over here, and we also have 2 heated seats and 2 Type-C charging ports, and we have a traditional outlet back here. All right, now there's only one thing left to do, and that's take it for a spin. My initial impressions from driving this truck is that you don't feel like you're driving this massive of a truck. It definitely feels smaller, and it has a ton of sensors. Let's back in real quick so you can see the sensors that pop up when we start backing in. So we're gonna back in real quick. And then we have the 360 sensors. We also have the backup camera with the trajectory lines, which is really nice. And so that is just really, really useful. The turning radius is actually not that bad for a truck this big. You feel really safe driving this truck, and you feel very, very comfortable. This is a very pricey truck, and it has the top of the line everything that you can get in a truck. When I was going over the interior just a little bit ago, I mentioned it has the heated steering wheel, and during winter, wow, that does a lot for someone. It feels so nice. I know this is kind of an interesting little thing, but the turning indicator is actually really satisfying to press up or down. I really like that. It rides how you would expect an off-road capable F-250 to ride. It is a little bit bouncy, but this truck is made for towing extremely heavy things. And over here we have our towing controls, and that is what you'll be using most of the time. If you're someone who's thinking of buying this truck, you're probably going to be using it to tow things a lot of the time. So the suspension is going to be actually very good for you. And it's got all these different types of modes and things that will really help you in whatever situation, when you go off-roading or if it's raining, things like that. It's got all the modes preset for you to just choose and be able to drive without a problem. Driving this truck around in these streets gets you a ton of respect. I mean, to be fair, if you see someone pull up in this big of an F-250 and it's the Tremor package with black wheels and all that stuff, like, you're probably gonna not be wanting to mess with that truck either. Honestly, I was just gonna mention the MPG that this truck gets, but let's be honest, if you're getting this truck, you absolutely do not care what MPG this truck gets, and it's not going to be great. It is the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel, so it's a massive engine, but since it's diesel, it'll get you a little bit better MPG, but it's not going to be like a crazy amount better. And if you're trying to get a gas saving truck, this is not the one to go with. But yeah, the steering is really smooth, super easy to move around in this truck. You feel huge, you do feel like you're in a very big truck, but you don't feel like it's too hard to drive. There's definitely trucks out there that feel like they're bigger and harder to drive. So at the end of the day, it's a very good driving experience. Definitely very daily drivable. Yes, obviously with most of the practical reasons, it's very daily drivable, but one of the things that would kind of make people not want to daily drive it is the suspension maybe, and the gas mileage. But even those things aren't that bad in this truck. So even in that sense, it's still very daily drivable. So yeah, that's it for our test drive. Now let's go give our final thoughts. Overall, we can pretty clearly see why this truck is so well respected. Just look at its menacing stance and just the way that it looks, the presence that it has. And it's a beautiful looking truck, as we know, but it also drives amazing. It will do whatever you need it to do. If you need it to tow 20,000 pounds, it's got you. If you need to take it off-road, it's got you. It's just a perfect big truck, and it's just beautiful as well. And so those are my opinions on it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. So like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content like this.